What's good, y'all? We back at it. Yes, we're back. 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 The reason why I'm using this name, it really connect. Like it's literally not connected. I'm actually using my phone right now to record this video. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to look fancy. I'm most likely going to try to edit like a news background thing, but I don't think it's gonna work. So I don't know. But yeah. Anywho, let's get into this video. I'm gonna talk about a couple of shits and stuff like that. Let's start off where the fuck is my man Royce Keys at, man? So, as y'all know, back in January, my boy Royce Keys debuted for WWE at the Royal Rumble in Saudi, Saudi Arabia. It's Arabia, right? Arabia. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but Saudi. Anywho, my man Royce Keys debuted in the Royal Rumble in Saudi. And since then, we have not seen him. The only thing any remotely close to TV time he's had is that podcast with Stephanie McMahon. That's about it. Haven't really seen much of that. After that, much of him. I don't even think he did a segment yet. So that's really interesting, which is really crazy to think that Danhausen just debuted a few weeks ago, like what at the Elimination Chamber, and since then, and that was in February. Since then, we've been seeing this dude weekly. Like I don't understand it, but hey, man, cool, I guess, for Danhausen, but for my man Royce Keys, it's like, what are they doing? What's going on? Like he should be a big player. I don't know what they're doing, but hey, man, I guess we'll give him more time. But it's really, really weird not to see him in the card. In other news, my man Jim Ross is making some headlines now. This is still new, so by the time of this recording, it's probably not that big of a deal. But by the time I post this, or 2 or 3 days after I post it, people are going to talk about it. But yeah, Jim Ross wants John Cena to become a commentator for WWE. Now, me personally, I would love nothing more than to see John Cena on my TV screen on a weekly basis. Now, if John Cena is in commentary, I don't know how I would feel about it necessarily, because what kind of commentator would John Cena be? Would he be a heel commentator? Nope. Would he be a babyface commentator? Would he be a color commentator? What would he be? Because with John Cena, especially lately, he with his interviews is very well spoken and is very PR trained and stuff like that. Now, of course, commentating he could do something different and stuff, and I wouldn't mind it. I mean, a lot of good wrestlers end up being the best commentators, from Taz to Booker T to Daniel Bryan when he did a little commentating in AEW was so cool. John Moxley was pretty dope in commentary whenever they let him there. So yeah, I think it could work. Now, do I think it's gonna happen? No, I think John Cena is, gonna be in Hollywood and stuff like that, and is gonna enjoy making movies, and I can't get mad at that. The man gave a lot of years to this business, so I think he's one of the few wrestlers that can truly say, "Hey, I did enough. Let me go enjoy it and try something new with my career." So yeah, speaking of John Cena, our boy is hosting WrestleMania. Finally, something to look forward to. Now, I will say a little part of me is still a little broken that there's going to be a WrestleMania where John Cena is not a wrestler. Now, I know he didn't wrestle at every WrestleMania. I believe off the top of my head, WrestleMania 32. And what's the one with Elias segment? The one with Becky 35, I want to say. I could be wrong. 33? No, 35, 35. I'm confident it's 35, 2019. He didn't have a match there. Um, and yeah, and he did, and also back in his first WrestleMania, like before the Big Show one, he was supposed to have a rap battle with Jay-Z, but it never happened, so he had a little segment, whatever. But yeah, basically, there's been WrestleMania where, yeah, he hasn't wrestled, but he was still an active wrestler. And seeing him as a host is going to be a little weird, to be honest. I don't know. Like he did say, we're no longer going to watch him. We're not going to see him come out with the jorts and the sneakers and the t-shirts. So are we going to see John Cena with a suit and tie? I mean, we see him with that everywhere else he goes, but it's like, you know, like, are we going to see him like, will they do that? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, our man Cena is going to be in there and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting. Also, um, am I the only one who feels like it would have made more sense for the Miz to host this WrestleMania? Like, Miz has hosted a WrestleMania before, but wouldn't it make sense for him to host Las Vegas since, you know, it's near Hollywood? I guess John Cena is a Hollywood guy, but again, it's cool. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I got nothing really much to say. Again, it's a little heartbreaking seeing Cena as a host instead of an active wrestler or have a segment. But yeah, we get Cena for Mania. That's all that matters. So win-win, right? All right. In other news, is our girl Tony Storm pregnant? Is Timeless pregnant? Is Miss Timeless Tony Storm pregnant? Because if Timeless Tony Storm is pregnant, this changes a lot for the women's division of AEW. I'm not gonna lie. So basically, Ronda Rousey showed up in AEW a few weeks back, and she teased something with Timeless Tony Storm. And yeah, people thought it was gonna be like a good feud. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of Ronda Rousey. I'm not, at least in wrestling wise, and a little bit of the person, but mainly the wrestler. It's just she didn't really like the business and stuff. But I will say, seeing her like interact with John Moxley and stuff like that, kind of feels right, if that makes sense. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense to me, and it feels right. Like, she looks perfect with the Death Riders, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be mad if she sticks with them. I think it could be a good fit, and they can benefit, and they can like not show her weakness and show more of her strengths. But yeah, but anywho, it looked like they were gonna start a program, but we haven't seen Tony Storm since, and it's been confirmed that she hasn't been injured or anything. So a lot of people are suspecting that our girl Timeless Tony Storm is pregnant. Is Miss Timeless Tony Storm pregnant? I don't know. I don't know. But regardless if she is or she isn't, Tony Storm is Tony Storm. And maybe she's taking a break just because honestly, if anybody needs a break, it is Timeless Tony Storm. But yeah, if she's pregnant, congrats. If she's not, hey, and she's just taking a break, that's absolutely fine. She got nothing but time because she is Timeless Tony Storm. Yeah. All right, and the next topic, our man Gunther finally has a Mania match. Now, a few days ago, I was gonna release a video. I was gonna make and release a video about Gunther not having a Mania match because I was so confused. Because literally, it made no sense Gunther's booking since losing to Jay. Honestly, of last year's WrestleMania, like it's been a year and it still makes no sense. Like he tapped out easily to Jay, right? Okay, to his own move, by the way, to Jay Uso, only to win the title back later that year, and then retires the basically one of the faces, if not the face of WCW, right behind Sting, in my opinion. Um, Goldberg then retires John Cena in December, then literally retires AJ Styles at the Rumble, and now he's just looked like he was going to start a feud with Dragon Lee, and then nothing really came out of that. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So, but Gunther on Raw, attacked Seth Rollins, and is now Seth Rollins' opponent. Which why? I don't. I mean, do I think the match will be good? Yeah, two good wrestlers in a WrestleMania match. I think that it could steal the show. Who knows? He could probably steal the show like he did with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Which, by the way, can I just say how crazy it is? Gunther's WrestleMania matches went from being the IC champ, having a triple threat match with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. They almost stole the show, to then losing it to Sammy when he really should have lost it to Chad, and then walked into Mania as world champion, and then tapped out to Jey Uso, and now he's gonna have a match with Seth. This is a big, big upgrade from the last two Manias, in my opinion. But again, it just doesn't make sense. We're like 2 weeks away from Mania, three at best, and yeah, I don't understand what's the purpose, but we'll see. We'll give it time. But yeah, man, Seth Rollins versus Gunther, not bad, not bad, I guess. Shit. All right, and to end this video, our boy CM Punk decided to be a savage. CM Punk basically basically, after he brawled with Roman and power bombed Roman through the announcement table and shit like that, homie decided to like interact with the fans, and everybody was like kind of cheering him and shit. And then of course there was this one fan that was like booing the shit out of him, to talk about Roman Reigns, riding the shit out of Roman Reigns, like Jesus Christ, like ride it like a rodeo. Ride it like a rodeo. That's literally what the man was doing, basically. And then CM Punk basically mocked him with the one, and then did the Roman thing, and then did the, he did the five knuckle shuffle. If the five knuckle shuffle, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, now you know. No, if you really don't know, it's you know, you know, like. Yeah, okay, you just go look at the fucking video when I play it. I'm gonna try to play it. If I don't, oh well. You got Twitter. Look at it out on Twitter. Like, damn it. But yeah, basically that. And then he also said something. He said, I think it was to the same fan. This is Madison Square Garden and something like that. This isn't cinema, you idiot, or something like that. It was hilarious because if you really think about it, and someone pointed this out, a lot of people pointed this out. The way he was reacting to the fan, it gave like that one viral video from like 2011, I want to say, where he went against two fans and he called them an idiot, and then he called them names and other stuff that I can't really say on YouTube because I'm trying to be careful because my last three videos got age restricted. My last video got age restricted. I don't even know why. I wasn't even cursing or talking about like anything crazy on it, but whatever. But yeah, man. Anywho, our boy Punk, I think he's trying to feel himself again. He's feeling like himself again. Because I ain't gonna lie, not too long ago, I did make a video saying that like since he's been back, he just doesn't feel the same. If anything, I've said this AEW CM Punk felt like the CM Punk I grew up watching in WWE during his first run, then this run that I'm looking at, if that makes sense. Like this run does not feel like Punk. But yeah, man, I think he's starting to feel himself. I like it. That's what's up. And I can't wait for the Mania match, to be honest. But yeah, with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Now get out. Daddy Ricky got to go to bed. Peace.
Fuck you, buddy. This is the Garden! The marquee says wrestling, not cinema, you fucking idiot! I'm back, baby!